Life is one big head game. And once you learn to play the motherfucking head game, it's no longer a game anymore at all. You start living your life. Give it something like a...
We could just do the...
Merry Christmas! It's another episode of One Big Head Game. It's a little bit different today.
We got the Christmas special
as
going on.
you guys can see.
You got Santa Claus in the house.
Yeah, trying to be a little
Buddy
festive
the Elf.
today. Yeah, this is the elf, Garrett Duet. Everybody knows him. This is Bo Killingsworth behind this beautiful white beard and this white frat swoop that I identified before shooting. Look at how that goes over, man.
Looks good.
And it doesn't come at a cost. I mean, it does come at a cost because I'm sweating profusely through this suit. I mean,
these are pretty warm. I got some decent pants on, but this jacket...
Yeah, I mean...
It's like a jacket you would wear in 50-degree weather, basically.
It's just straight wool. It's like... We paid $50, I think, for this, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? It's that scratch material. I don't know if you can see that.
You got beard hair on the mic now.
Look at this. You know what material I'm talking about. It feels like just straight up sandpapers. But yeah, me and Garrett, we kind of had an idea. We wanted to bring a more festive tone to the show, to the old podcast this week, and the goal of today is not to expand your mind.
No,
it's
a little
not
bit different.
Not to bring you value necessarily. And I wouldn't even hope for any entertainment at this point. I would probably just say this is going to be Garrett and Bo
talking about Christmas.
Talking about Christmas, you know. Talking about our experience, talking about, you know, what we think makes a good Christmas, what we think makes a bad Christmas, and what our Christmas style is. Everybody's got a style to Christmas, right? Like when it comes to lights, movies, Christmas trees, food. Food is a big deal here in Louisiana, and you better believe people bring it during Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This
Just
is
as big as anything else. Probably the biggest.
The food?
Yeah.
You would think so?
I mean, I feel like that's everybody's Christmas food is important.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of
Maybe
about
Mardi
Jesus
Gras.
for myself. You know, Jesus is the reason for the season.
I mean, like, when you're at Christmas
Gumbo's
gathering.
the reason for the season for
exactly.
you. Okay, gumbo is the reason for Garrett's season. You know what I'm saying?
No, but we could, what do we want to start out with? We could start out with Christmas trees. I feel like that's an important part to it.
I don't know. I mean, we were talking a little bit before the podcast, and Garrett has a little bit of something to get off his chest regarding
Caroline's
a
Cookies.
better-known Lafayette business called Caroline's Cookies. Not sponsoring this video. You're going to see why in a second. Garrett, take it away.
All right, so if you don't know anything about Caroline's Cookies, located in River Ranch, and their cookies, you know, across the board, they're pretty damn solid.
I think I've tried it before, and
they're some of my favorite cookies for sure.
What are they? They're not the big fat cookies, right? Like those
They're
enormous.
thick. They're not. No.
No. That's a national
That's a different
chain
brand.
one. What's that one?
Fat and Weird Cookies.
No. It's dang, what is that called? It's not Caroline's Cookies. It's like a social media sensation. Cookies.
Yeah, Fat and Weird.
No.
That's the one that I know of.
No,
and they're popping off on social media.
I'll think about it. But go ahead, Caroline's Cookies.
All right,
what happened? God dang.
Usually all their cookies are really good.
Yeah.
But they had this one cookie for the season. Mm-hmm. It's Buddy's cookie.
So it's your cookie, Buddy.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So in the movie Elf, obviously, you know, he has that meal where he sits down and he puts Pop-Tarts, chocolate, you know, all that stuff in his spaghetti that doesn't make sense to put in a spaghetti.
Yeah.
So they made a cookie based off of that meal.
Oh, Gross.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
So it had some fried noodles in it. It had white chocolate, chocolate chips. It was just like a regular like sugar cookie type of base.
Yeah.
And it had chocolate syrup on top.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, you had me at fried noodles, dude. Like, who mixes noodles?
We weren't even sure
with
that it
cookies?
had fried noodles in there to begin with, because like no way they did that, right?
Well,
Like
yeah.
no way they fried noodles and put it in the cookie. That would just ruin it.
Yeah, but they did.
They did.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those situations where it's kind of on the buyer, in my opinion. It's not really on the business, you know. The
They're doing it
business
for
try-
fun. They
yeah,
probably
they
knew,
try
like,
to do
hey,
it for
this isn't
fun.
gonna be
Didn't
that
figure
good.
anyone was going to
Right.
buy it. They're just like, hey, we'll just do it, and unbeknownst to them, Garrett walks in and he buys that cookie.
No, but none of us liked it. Grace had gotten one actually from her little brother's girlfriend for her birthday,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, I wanted to try it. I've been wanting to try it."
What did she say?
Grace doesn't like it either. Lana doesn't like it.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
that's tried it has liked it.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't it suck if their Google reviews went down because of that one cookie?
I mean, you
Have
gotta.
you ever left a Google review for them?
No,
Okay, well, you could.
I could, but I don't
That'd
want to
be
leave
messed up.
If I were to leave one, it would probably be 4 stars, seeing how great the rest of the cookies are. But there's one cookie.
Wow, dude. Caroline's Cookies. This is a lesson, dude. If you lose 1 star, it's a
But
big
At
deal.
the same time, I understand the game they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game.
So-
It's a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. What are the other things that I think our listeners would want to talk about that they probably feel strongly about? One thing that I was talking to Shelly about with regards to Christmas trees. You know, everybody's got a Christmas tree. Is it white lights or colored lights? You know what I'm saying?
I got my opinion.
Is it clean and Instagram worthy, or is it what my family and close friends like to call hodgepodge? Okay.
So-
what does Garrett's family do? You know, what do you see more out there?
actually, so we grew up having real trees in the house.
Yeah.
They recently switched 3 years ago to a fake tree.
Oh.
My family,
Oh yeah.
and I was not in on that.
Yeah. Didn't you buy your own Christmas
Yes,
tree
dude.
last time?
I had my own 4-foot little tree, real
That's
tree,
hilarious.
in my room, and the lights that I put on it are only red, green, and white.
Okay,
I go full Christmas.
That's a different than the
Yep.
hodgepodge.
Yep.
Because hodgepodge, you know, if you look it up,
Right.
The definition of hodgepodge would be every colored lights.
Yeah, I don't
you know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah,
I don't like the purple and the blue. Well, blue isn't terribly bad, but like purple
Blue?
and yellow.
Yeah, I don't know if people.
It's-
I don't like people. Oh, you know.
If you did like a full blue and white tree, it wouldn't look bad.
Yeah, but then you're like, it's like some sort of like college football team tree at that point.
Yeah, I guess
you know?
so. Unless
It's
you
not
did like like I know a family that does light blue, like kind of like a
ice, like a
yeah,
icicle
yeah,
situation.
right, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe, you know. I usually go either straight Hodge or what me and my wife do is the white lights, you know.
White, all white?
Yeah, I mean, we like it to be clean. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I could just see the beard
Dude,
flying up
it's-
into your nose.
Dude, I'm doing a lot right here. Like, y'all don't realize, like, this is a big sacrifice for me. I don't necessarily feel, you know, my best inside of this suit, so I'm sacrificing that for you guys. And
Well, back to the
it's
tree.
uncomfortable.
So,
But yeah.
white lights you'll do?
Yeah, we go with the
And-
flocked tree too. We didn't talk about that.
See,
We
I
go
don't-
white tree, white lights. It looks really good. Obviously, we're looking clean in there with our Christmas tree. A little bit cold. A
yeah.
little bit cold. It doesn't have that same je ne sais quoi as a full Hodge pea.
Yeah,
You know, when you Hodge pea is what I grew up on.
that's what my family does too.
Hodgepodge, there's something to be said for hodgepodge. When you
It's-
walk into hodgepodge,
Well, because when you get like the ornaments that are like pictures of you in kindergarten, or
Right.
like you can't make it look clean. with
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
So you
No,
just have to
hell
go all the
no.
way.
Yeah. You got to go all the way. But when you see those photos of you when you're 7 years old, in my case, a little chubby, you know, you can't help but to feel at home. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say there's something to be said for hodgepodge, because it's not, you ain't going to get the Instagram likes. You're not going to get the
Right.
attention. You're not going to get, you're not going to get on the front of a magazine.
But it means something to
But
everybody
it
there.
means something to your family, and when you walk into a Hodge pea, you're like, it pulls on your heartstrings.
Yeah, and then you can go up to the Christmas tree and have a whole conversation like, hey, this was,
Yeah.
you know, me when I was in 3rd grade.
Exactly.
Or, you know, this is my family 20 years ago or something like that.
Exactly. And
So-
And there's
There's
something.
that.
I think if you've got kids, you got to go hodgepodge because kids want hodgepodge. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. Kids don't care about that like perfect white lights. Everything's looking perfect and matching. You know, they want to see. They want the popcorn on a string.
Right.
They
The
want
candy canes.
Yeah, they want candy canes. They want maybe they want those colored candy canes.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
are fruity rather than pepperminty. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Maybe they maybe they want the construction paper wrapped
Right.
together. Have you ever seen that? Or you
Yeah.
two? Did you do that?
I made snowflakes from construction
Oh
paper.
yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's straight hodgepodge. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, there's so many different ways to do that one. Tinsel.
Tinsel, what's that?
You don't know what?
Oh,
Tinsel?
the little bindi?
No, the little silver. It's like
Like
I
the
don't know how to
wraparound
explain
thing?
this, dude.
It's like a string?
No, you straight up it comes in a little box and it's like aluminum foil danglies and you throw them on the tree and they
Oh,
just-
I know what you're talking about.
that's tinsel.
I didn't know that.
Dude, they say tinsel in every Christmas movie
I don't
ever.
think we've ever had that on our tree.
Super hard to clean up, gets everywhere, but really makes the hodgepodge well-rounded.
Okay, do they do one tree or multiple?
Huh?
What would you go with? One tree or multiple trees?
If I could choose, like, whatever. I mean, multiple trees, you know, like, more the merrier, you
Yeah,
know? Like,
yeah.
one of my dreams, you know, when I was growing up, I was like, I'm going to have a house with, like, 10 rooms, and every
Christmas
single
tree in
one
each
is
one?
going to have just a smash and dash Christmas tree, like, maybe different themes, you
Yeah.
know? Maybe you go different directions with it, but I, like, when I was growing up in my dreams, I wanted to have a big enough houses to where I'm going to Christmas Tree USA,
Yeah.
or I'm going to All Seasons here in Lafayette, and I'm buying the place out, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting a lot of trees.
Did I tell you about that massive tree?
Which one?
The 20-foot tall tree?
No.
Okay, so
20
they
wait,
had
I think you did. But tell the people.
they
you
had
know.
this tree. I don't even remember what the place is called, but it's at the corner of Pinhook and Cali Saloon, right?
Yeah.
This tree was $1,000.
Oh.
It was 20 feet tall.
Yeah.
If I had to guess the circumference of the biggest part of the tree,
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, 30 feet, 40 feet around.
Yeah.
It was massive, dude. It didn't look. That's like the kind of tree you put in the mall, basically.
Yeah. I've seen
You
them.
have the massive tree in the mall. Everybody can see it wherever you're at, basically.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
Yeah.
If I could have gotten that tree and put it somewhere, I would have put it.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen some trees like that. I don't know if you guys guys know about this, but in Louisiana, there's something called Grant's Christmas Tree Farm. Have you ever been there? Oh, dude, it's sick. It's a Christmas wonderland. I just wish it was cold enough and it had snow. It'd be sick, dude. But like they have like thousands of trees. They're growing in the ground. It's a farm. It's a farm of Christmas trees, and they set it up. It's a huge undertaking. Like, it's not like some pop tent situation. They got,
Yeah.
like, log cabins out here. They're selling ice cream. They're selling, sausage
it's an
biscuits with
experience.
honey. Yeah, it's an experience, and you get to, like, pick out your tree. It's in the ground, and they cut it off for
That's
you.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sick. And they're different types of Christmas trees. They're like some sort of cypress blend.
Yeah, because you can't grow the regular ones. Like,
No.
I think a lot of them are grown in North Carolina.
You're right about that. Yeah, because
them are grown there.
because Grant's Christmas Tree Farm flies those in or like ships those in
Yeah.
because they can't. It's become so popular that they can't grow enough of those trees.
Right.
They can't harvest every single one. Otherwise, the dream would be dead. You know what I mean? It'd just be log cabins out there.
Right.
So that's what they do. I talked to the guy out there that started it, and that's what he told me. So, but yeah, it's a great experience. I'll have to show you some photos of it.
Flocked over, just no flock?
This place we're getting it all seasons in Lafayette.
Oh, yeah,
They'll
they had the
ship it to
deal.
you for free if you flock it.
Yeah.
But I would pay more for the flock because you don't have to water it. Forgot about
Okay.
that, huh?
But my experience, I like the ritual of watering the tree.
Oh gosh.
We don't.
It's
have,
a lot.
You don't have to water it that often.
Yeah, well,
if you have a
you-
big base, you can fit like a gallon in there.
Yeah, but sometimes it can knock that out in a day. You got to go every day. What if you get the thing that I'm
If it's
thinking
going
about?
every day, then our tree's about to die.
Yeah, but like me and my wife are going to go on a trip here. You know, we're going for 4 days. Like we got to get
Yes, sir.
you got to ask people to water your tree. Like how ridiculous, you know? So I mean, there's that. But like the
When you
flock
already
ones,
got Grace going there.
yeah, I mean, when we already have people watching our dog, it's a little different, but still, hey, an additional complication. And I don't want to water that tree every day. That's really what it goes down to.
I enjoy the process.
But yeah, I mean, I get it, you know. And these days they have that thing that goes. You can like put it's like a funnel down to the bottom, and then you got this little funnel sticking inside your tree, so you don't have to bend down
Oh,
in water. Have you ever
that's
seen
cool.
that?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's new tech.
New tech. New
Yeah,
Christmas
it
tech.
is technology. It is. Look up the definition, man. That's tech. But yeah, that's I mean, hodgepodges.
So y'all go
big part
white
of the-
ornaments too?
This year we have primarily gold and silver, so we keep it kind of clean. We had some black ones on there. Didn't look good.
Interesting.
Took them off. Took them off this year. Yeah, black ones with that. It
Makes it look a little bit
yeah,
gothy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Yeah, that's not what I'm going for in Christmas. I don't know what you guys do, but
I like to go all red, green, and white.
red, green, white.
Ornaments,
I like that.
lights, everything.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I told Shelly, my wife, I told her that we need to go. We can go with the white lights. Like you can't go wrong with white lights.
Yeah.
Because you can Christmas it up with the ornaments. You know what I mean? But I wanted to go red and green next time for sure. You know, because that's what it's all about. You know, and like
dude, that's Christmas,
I
red,
know.
green, and white.
Yeah, it is, and Christmas is my favorite holiday for sure. Is
Me
it
too.
yours? Yeah,
It's-
I mean it's. I have a.
I wouldn't be doing this otherwise.
Yeah, me too, man. I think this is hilarious. It's a very uncomfortable, but it's Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's fun, but yeah. So you got the trees. What else?
we have
what else is a big part of Christmas?
Lights
you know?
outside.
Lights outside, and it's kind of the same theme as
Yeah.
what you're going with the tree. Are you going to go colored lights?
Well,
You got to have kids, basically.
Depends
if you
on
go
how hard you're
colored
going.
lights.
because you have those people that you put on a certain radio station
Yeah.
and they have a
yeah.
song
Oh, dude. Those
and it
people,
goes with the lights.
those people go ham, dude.
I love it.
There's
We
somebody.
went and go look at them this Friday.
Yeah.
This past Friday, in Bindle Gardens, they had some,
Yeah.
and it was like
There's like a line out there, probably.
no,
like outside
we
of
went
it.
kind of late, but it was like a kind of like a halfway house sort of thing, like for people with addiction, sort of,
Uh-huh.
and are like transitioning, out of prison or whatever else.
Yeah.
And they did up all the lights. So the house is for that, and then outside they have the donation box where you could put donations for it. So
yeah.
it was cool,
Yeah, that's
and they
nice.
had the whole neighborhood doing it right there.
Yeah, that's those people go hard, man. I don't know how. I mean, like
So many
It's a
lights.
lot of lights. It's a lot of planning, a lot of power strips.
Yeah, you think about
big
how
utility bill.
right. How do they do that too? Like,
Yeah.
imagine the amount of coding
it
takes to
planning, man. It's
Right.
like you got to plan for it. I mean, it's no different than what we do in setting up a podcast.
Yeah,
like you
true.
just got to figure it out. I mean,
Right.
no one was born with the Christmas light skill. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go different themes. I feel like, if you have kids, you got to go hodgepodge with the colors for the most part. Unless you're real uppity, then you just stay whites the whole time and you don't let the kids, maybe you take them out to one of those places to see the colored
right.
lights. But
What do
yes,
y'all do? Because I don't have a house.
I don't have lights on my tree this year. I mean, on my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I don't. To be honest with you, not many people in my neighborhood do it anymore. That's
Really?
one thing. You don't see it as much. Like, I guess growing up on a street with a lot of kids, where I grew up in Lake Charles, there was definitely more of an incentive, or more of an environment where everybody's doing it. But like, there's like 2 houses in my entire neighborhood that have a tiddlywink amount of lights out front. I'm talking like maybe some icicle action on the front, not much. So I don't have any. I don't have any this time. I will, but I was a little stretched for time this year too. I was a little busy doing these podcasts and
Right.
all sorts of other stuff.
There's some neighborhoods that do some pretty cool stuff. Like, I know a family their neighborhood, they did. Everybody had a big blow up Santa in their yard, and they would go to each house and set it up, and there would be a drink there too that they have, like a Christmas themed
Like
alcoholic
eggnog,
drink.
or like something or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just did it all in one night, and they've gotten like a few, like their social media stuff for the page is like going crazy right now because of all the Santas. People come in there just to see the Santas, like they stop in front of houses and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I want to do something like that.
Yeah, I knew somebody in high school that used to hunt those things with
Blow-ups?
with BB guns. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Take them out,
That was
in the
me.
night. That was doesn't take much. You don't need anything high powered. I'm not condoning doing that, but it's easy.
We would do it with airsoft guns. So they don't pop them,
Oh.
but we can tell when they hit.
Oh,
That
okay.
sound is satisfying.
No, this was a full, live ammunition
I'm not
situation.
that grinchy.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
It's messed up. You know who you are.
So
Let's
what else
see.
we got? We have food.
We talk. Oh yeah, we didn't talk much about food. Let's talk. When you think about Christmas, what kind of food comes to mind to you? One food, go. Gumbo.
The reason I think is because usually it is colder, like around that time, and even if it's not, you want to feel like it's cold.
Yeah, This
So
is
you cook a
Louisiana.
gumbo.
This is not. This ain't Minnesota or something.
But I found more people cook a seafood gumbo on Christmas than they do.
That's true. My mom does
regular
too.
gumbo.
And I wasn't gonna say gumbo. Gumbo comes to mind for me, obviously. But I was gonna say prime rib.
Really,
Yeah, dude.
I've never
Christmas
had that at
Day,
Christmas.
prime rib, man. The best cut of meat, in my opinion, for the best day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we usually do, our tradition is, at least at my parents' house, how I grew up and how when I go visit them for Christmas is seafood gumbo Christmas Eve night.
Okay.
Prime rib in the morning. It's a pretty good 12 hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is funny. Why do people do? I guess seafood is more expensive.
Seafood, well, and it's like, I don't really know. I mean,
I think it's because it's more expensive and it's a little bit harder to do because maybe you're shelling shrimp or something, or you're like,
yeah, it's
you
more
got
of a
oyster
process for sure.
shrimp, maybe
You can
maybe
get everybody
crawfish.
involved.
I guess some
it's
people
kind of an
put
event to cook it.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more difficult. So people pull out all the stops. Maybe that,
Right.
and maybe it's just the two people in this room. Like I don't know. I mean, but I do feel like you're right on that. It's more of a kind of you start the cold season in the fall with chicken and sausage gumbo.
Yeah.
Crawfish etouffee.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, that's when we do a lot at our Christmas.
I feel like crawfish etouffee comes secondary to these things that we're
Oh, yeah,
talking about,
definitely.
and then like when
Well,
you're getting into
my
January,
family
you're like,
has
oh
crawfish
yeah,
ponds, so
Oh,
it
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like they just have it stocked in the freezer.
Yeah, it must be nice. That's
Then
as good
ham,
as
of
gold.
course.
Ham, not for me, but
Really?
yeah, ham.
Ham is pretty often for
We
us.
do these bacon wrapped green beans.
yeah.
Oh gosh, it's like the best side, man. It's just got a little micronutrients in there with your
Yeah. What about
bacon.
salads? Well, you got to go potato salad because most people are doing a gumbo.
Yeah, you always got to go. Now, potato salad. Let's slow down, dude. We got
that's
to talk
serious.
about this. Is this a chunky potato salad? Is it a medium chunk or is it a creamy smooth?
Well, I'll tell you what my family does and what I like
Yeah.
because it's two different things.
Okay, gotcha.
If my family is doing it, as in like my immediate family,
Yeah.
it's more mustard heavy. There's
We're talking like yellow.
It's yellow.
All
Yeah.
right.
and it's got a little chunk, but not too bad of a chunk.
Okay.
It's not super smooth.
Is it? It's
But it-
predominantly. I would call that a medium smooth.
Yeah.
It's not too chunky.
But not super creamy either.
Okay.
Like I said,
okay.
mustard heavy.
That sounds good, but the mustard heavy, I'm out a little bit.
So
yeah.
what I like is a little bit more smooth.
Yeah.
First off, no like. I don't like. I think it's relish they put in there sometimes.
Well, pickles, relish, yeah.
Not for me.
Or do you like pickles?
Not a lot.
Okay, but
So-
you wouldn't. You would eat it if
I would- I would
if
eat
it
it.
found its way on your food.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
had
yeah.
to. Not a big deal.
Right.
But you ain't choosing pickles.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I go smooth, pretty damn creamy. Not a lot of mustard, but enough to make it yellow.
Yes, just slightly yellow.
Yes.
Pale.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Chunky. What
that's
did you
my
say?
route.
Smooth.
Pretty smooth.
Super smooth.
Not super smooth.
Not mashed taters.
right.
All right.
But smooth.
Okay. Well, let me tell you
Yeah.
what is
you got
really
going
good,
on?
dude. I like chunky.
Really?
I don't like chunky to the point of it's just potatoes cut up. Okay, you got to mix it together
Yeah.
to break up some of the potato tissue to where it's got a little creamy in between the chunks. But I like chunk.
Egg
I
yolks
like,
in there?
huh?
Egg yolks in there?
I don't think so.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I don't make it. I've never made it. I just I just eat it. So I don't know. Damn. But it's chunky. It's mayonnaise. So whatever you want to call, however you pronounce mayonnaise. Just a little bit of mustard to where you can tell there's a little yellow in there, but it's not. It's subtle.
I like
it's
that.
a subtle look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind the relish, and I like the
Really?
purple onions in there too.
Purple onions I don't mind, but I just don't like, if it's pickled, I don't
Dude,
like it.
you know what? I just thought about it. What if you threw some jalapenos in there?
Ooh.
Like diced them up.
That
not
might
too
not be
much.
bad.
Not too much.
Yeah.
That is good, dude. Mom, hey, for when I come home for Christmas, let's throw some jalapenos in there. Let's try it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Potato
a good
salad
thing. We got
is
potato
important.
salad. We got green beans. You said ham.
But the reason the potato salad has to be right for me is because I'm putting it in the gumbo, and
Okay.
it's there to make the gumbo a little less unbearably hot.
Okay, you're dumping your entire serving of potato salad in there?
I'm letting it I'm putting it on the top. Yep.
Okay, see,
I'm
this
not mixing it in. I get a little bite
Dude,
of the
you
potato
cannot
salad.
mix that in, dude. Can't mix it in.
No.
You
I
can't
don't mix it.
in and make it a soup.
No.
Make it a creamy gumbo.
No.
No.
But you
dude.
do put it in the bowl. That's what I do.
Okay, I don't. But I do the same thing that I do with Chipotle guacamole. This is a common theme with me. I like to eat certain things with things, but I like to take it, get a little on the fork, or the spoon in this case, get it out there, then go in with it still simultaneously still on the spoon or fork, go into the primary dish, mix it together intra-spoon, and then consume. That is how I do, because it separates the taste. I never have to deal with any potatoes messing up the purity of the gumbo.
I don't mind that at the end.
Yeah, but
See, that only happens at the very end, right? Whenever you do have to kind of like move the potato salad over
to
to
get that
under
piece of chicken or
right,
whatever.
Right. At the end, that's okay. I like that.
This is ridiculous.
At the very beginning, it's just like it's separate, basically.
Yeah. I wonder how much time that had 57
Yeah,
minutes.
we're good.
I don't know, dude.
We've only been recording for 33.
That's actually kind of long. Okay.
It is. We haven't really gotten through a lot.
No, that's okay. We can keep going.
Yeah.
Once one of them dies, we'll know. Or
Yeah.
I guess it'll stop recording for
Yeah.
sure if the SD
will.
card. Anyway, back to the show. Yeah, but gumbo is huge. Okay. Some sort of primary meat on Christmas, I think, is a common theme. I'm talking about prime rib, ham.
We do ham, turkey
what?
sometimes.
Okay.
Some deer maybe.
Okay, yeah. Y'all hunt a lot. You got some wild
Right.
game in there.
Right.
Turkey, man, I'm not even about turkey
I'm not
anymore,
either.
dude.
I'm not.
I don't eat turkey.
It's much more safe to just go ham. and
Yeah,
be
I
done with
like
it.
you get one of those honey hams or something, honey bee or so, dude. If somebody gets one of those around me, I'm down. You know what
We
I mean?
have a Ziploc full of probably 10 pounds.
Or a country ham from this place. I think
yeah.
it's close to Alexandria, I believe. It's called Grayson's Barbecue. They sell like 100,000 hams at Christmas or something. It's like
Oh
ridiculous.
my God.
I just made that number up, but it's it's something big, guys. They do a
Yeah.
lot of country hams, and they're legit. And you can cut them up later on and make like red beans with country ham.
Well, I think-
now you're talking.
So you know how the Good Fight Foundation, they do like the giveaway for turkey during Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I think they do ham for Christmas.
So maybe that's a
It is a big
sign
part
that
of it,
it's a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So do y'all do any more primary meats on Christmas Day? Is it a big thing?
I don't think we do any more other meats. If there's like, sometimes somebody will do a barbecue, depending
Yeah.
on the weather. like versus a gumbo.
Yeah.
But that's if like it's it's warm outside.
Yeah.
If it's under 60 degrees, then most likely it's a gumbo.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
mean, the barbecue would be like your regular stuff. Drumsticks,
Yeah.
thighs, sausage, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What about sweets for Christmas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Okay.
What do you like? What is it? Is there a
The-
staple?
Yeah, pecan pie.
Okay.
My mom makes
it's
a really
good.
good pecan pie.
It's great.
It's there every time.
Pie is not my cup of tea.
Really?
I don't know why. I'm not
I
a
used to
big
not be
pie
on it.
guy. I just I don't know, man. They're great. Don't get me wrong. Okay, pie people, look, you're good, dude. Like pies are good, no doubt. But I like cake. I like cookies with milk,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
And I like ice cream.
Ice cream.
I like ice cream, dude.
My mom.
It don't
does
matter
this,
what it is. I like it.
This kind of, she calls it fantastic. It's like layers of different things. So, like one layer would be, like some cream cheese mixed with icing, like all that kind of stuff. Just
Yeah.
like a kind of like a concoction.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, she would put Hershey bars, like just a layer of Hershey bars.
Yeah.
On top of that, like some kind of little like pie crumble type of thing.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of that, whipped cream.
Yeah.
And she would just keeps on layering it until she gets to the top, and then the top is whipped cream.
Yeah,
Full-on
wow.
whipped cream.
That sounds incredible, man.
It's amazing.
You know, I that reminds me of like that. What is that thing called that some of my friends' moms make? I think like some sort of mud pie.
Yeah, it's
know what I
kind of
mean?
like that. Yeah.
Anything that involves crumbles of Oreo cookies or something like that. Whoa, dude, I'm in. You know what I mean? That's good stuff.
Double chocolate cookies. It's
Yeah.
like, the chocolate dough, and then you put chocolate.
Chips.
Yes.
Yeah. Double choc.
That's
yeah.
my favorite kind of
Yeah,
cookie.
those are good. Mine's probably just a straight up chocolate chip. If it has enough
Yeah.
chocolate, it's got to have a lot of
Yeah.
chocolate. Like when there's not a lot of chips, it's like, come on, man.
What's the consistency?
Ooh, everybody's like, warm your cookies up, warm them up, make them soft. I'm like, I like the crisp.
I like
to
a
be
little
honest
bit of
with you.
crunch too.
I don't want it to be you grab it and it falls apart,
Yeah.
but I like it firm enough to where like the outside is crispy,
and
but
the
the
inside-
inside's
yes,
a
dude,
little bit
exactly.
softer, you know,
Exactly.
but not
Right.
like
Enough
you
to
break
where
it.
you dip it in the milk, it becomes exactly how you want it.
Yeah, I want to be able to break it apart easy, and it slowly breaks apart. If you break it and it snaps, that's too much. That's too.
Yeah.
That's too. That's too crispy.
An
for me.
audible snap from
Like
the
a
cookie
Chips
is not
Ahoy
good.
situation. Like,
Right.
That's
I don't
too,
like that too
That's
much.
too dry, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Cookies,
that's
what
kinda
else
my
do y'all do?
preference. My mom makes pies too.
Really?
My mom makes a lot of different pies, but she makes an outstanding chocolate cake. With homemade
cake.
chocolate icing.
Nice.
Whew.
Nice.
God dang, dude, it's good. We usually eat it after crawfish boils.
Oh yeah.
And make it really spicy, ultra spicy, and then you have that smooth, sweet
Yeah.
chocolate cake afterwards. Maybe a little vanilla ice cream if you're lucky. God, dude, we're gonna have to go get some food here in a second, man. This is ridiculous.
What about
But Christmas,
like sugar cookies? Do y'all do
I
that?
mean,
Like when
yeah.
you stamp them and they have the different shapes and stuff, and you decorate them.
Yeah, I've done them before in
We always do that.
gingerbread houses. You
Yeah.
know. None of those things are like staples that we do every year.
Really?
Mostly it's just the food and the movies. Okay, segue into the next category.
All right.
Look, movies are a big deal about Christmas. Obviously, for me as a Christian, Jesus' birth is the biggest thing, and there's great movies for that. You go to church, you think about it, you think about how grateful you are for everything that you have and everything that's happening in your life. But one of the things that I love to do and I enjoy to do with my family when we get together and it's time for us to shut everything down.
Yeah.
You shut off there ain't no work text messages for me as
Mm-hmm.
much. I like to seclude myself from that as much as I can. I mean,
Yeah,
if people
yeah.
text me, whatever,
Right.
I got to handle whatever is going on. But I like to shut it down and kind of be a kid again with my
Yeah.
family. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what Christmas is about, kind of remembering the feelings that you had when you were younger, when Christmas was still super magical, you know?
It's funny you say that, Bo, because when I was little, I used to play video games a lot, right?
Yeah.
And most years, I don't want to play video games unless it's around Christmas. Like for whatever reason, I get the bug to start playing again and dive in a lot.
That's
just around Christmas.
It's probably what it is, man. And I just picture it like when we're eating that gumbo and prime rib, and I've got my sister and her 2 kids and my parents and my wife and everybody around me and my friend, and back where I live or grew up. It's like time stands still. It's like nothing. Everything else that has gone on throughout the year or the years.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going from Christmas to Christmas to Christmas. And I'm the same guy from last Christmas because I shut it down mentally and I become, to a limited degree and for a very short period of time, I only think about my family and I'm only thinking about my interaction with them, And that's something very real that happens for me every year.
Yeah.
I forget about the business. I reflect on where I am, where I've came, and just enjoy that time. I think that's ultimately what it's about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you make Christmas the best. It's not just the food. The food is just something surrounding you and your family.
I think everybody wants that too, and that's why we're able to.
Yeah.
Like kind of just shut down because everybody else is also.
Yes.
Not to mention it's the end of the year.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. I take it like I don't use that as an excuse to not produce for my company or companies make money, whatever. But I mean, when you get around Christmas Eve, when you're a few days out, it's okay to shut it down. I don't care what any of you other people out there say. It's completely okay. And it's great to focus on your family, focus on your friends, because that's the kind of stuff. Like, you don't work just to work all the time, like I enjoy success. I enjoy to be good at things, and I'm trying to be great at things in business, but I only do that if I didn't have the family piece, or if I didn't have those relationships, it would be meaningless for me. I don't. Maybe I'm different. There's a lot of people out there that maybe aren't married or don't have that significant other, or maybe they have a checkered family background. I didn't grow up with that. I was blessed enough to have a great family. You too. Yeah. And that's just our life, and that's what I prioritize for sure.
Yeah. It's like the one time that everybody says it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Like you're like I said, everybody's shutting down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just taking a step back. You're not getting a lot of calls. Like everybody's off of, well, at least for me, everybody's off of school. Everybody's home. Family's coming in. Like that's one of the main times where this is the time to be with family.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. It's that's what I love. I'm glad we're talking about it, because when we were talking about this, like me and Garrett were like, well,
it was all just going to be opinion.
Yeah, it was just going to be an opinion poll about different foods, trees, styles, all this kind of stuff, and but it's gotten down to the real good bits, man. Just like me and you do, Garrett. We get down to the real good stuff.
Dude, I was telling Grace the other day, I was like,
even when we don't want to.
The past 4 or 5 podcasts, we've made all of our guests almost cry on each one.
Yeah, I mean, we have a point system behind the scenes. How many points for getting so and so to cry?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it's because it does go that way. It is real. It's 100% real.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, and our love for gumbo is certainly real too.
Yes, and
you
Christmas
know what I mean?
movies.
But Christmas movie. I mean, but I don't know. It's hard to get deep and great about this in this suit. I think it's funny actually, but that just it's just Christmas is about family, Yeah. And for anybody listening, or anybody who's, I don't know, maybe some of our listeners are working very hard at something and trying to achieve something, a lot of the time shutting it off and focusing on these things, your family, these other priorities you have, gives you the energy that you need to keep going throughout the year. I know for myself, I own a construction business. I'm an attorney, but I primarily focus on construction projects and home service business. And I mean, look, I just started this business. You helped me start it this year, and and it's taken a while to even get any traction with it. You know, I've had moments where I'm like, should I be doing this? Or like, am I in the right space? Or am I doing everything I can? And the answers to those questions, I don't know. You know, I don't know if I'm doing all of those things, but it's been very hard. But at the same time, I'm not going to be making cold calls on Christmas Eve to try to develop some more relationships to get business for my new business. You know, I need this business to survive. I want this business to survive. It's a dream of mine to have my businesses grow, and I'm not hitting the mark yet. But I'm still going to spend time with my family on Christmas, man.
Yeah, and I mean, the people we surround ourselves with, and especially in Louisiana, like, for most people, even if they have a really successful business and, you know, they're always busy.
Yeah.
Man, you call them on Christmas, and they're like, or like, you know, around Christmas, they're probably thinking, like, what the hell is this dude doing? Like, chill out. I'm trying to be with my people.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's really, you know, on their phone the entire day, just checking it, making sure there's no calls coming in. It's just like, phone is away pretty much.
For sure, man. Well, let's segue a little bit lighter into, you know, what's your favorite Christmas movie, Garrett? And tell me why.
Well, I mean,
I can't.
If you can tell by my outfit.
I don't know what that
Elf
is.
is definitely my favorite Christmas movie.
It is?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, gosh, man.
I love Will Ferrell.
Goodness gracious.
Like, as far as...
I like Will Ferrell, too.
The comedy where none of it makes sense, and that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell is my favorite actor for that.
Yeah. Goofy, man.
Yeah. So Elf is my favorite. Second would probably be, you know, those really animated, like Rudolph and like
Yeah.
The
that's a what is that one called?
I don't know.
That one's called.
It has like the Heatmeister and Jack Frost.
Yeah. And he had Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, dude, I have no idea.
That's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, is what that's called. Like the Play-Doh kind of thing.
Yes.
That's, if I'm thinking, I mean, I know that it is the Play-Doh thing, but it's called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And you got Jack Frost, he's kind of in a suit, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's my second.
And you got Yukon Cornelius with the abominable snow.
Oh, yeah. Abominable.
Abominable. The abominable snowman. The abominable snowman. Yeah, that's a Yukon Cornelius.
It's
man.
so old.
It's hilarious.
It looks
dude,
terrible, but it's
that's a good one. I haven't seen that one in a
there.
while. I need to watch that one. It's good.
We watch that one every Christmas, pretty much.
Yeah. I like A Christmas Story. I don't want to say that's my favorite. You know which one I'm talking about? With Ralphie, the leg lamp, Ralphie. Pink Nightmare. You're going to shoot your eye out, kid.
Mm-mm.
I want a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
I've heard of those quotes, but I don't know.
Oh, my goodness, guys. Can you see this? This is a 22-year-old Gen Z or something. Never watched A Christmas Story, dude. Dude, it's pretty old, man, because they just came out, like last year, they came out with A Christmas Story 2. I don't know what they called it. But it's Ralphie. Ralphie's like 6 years old in the original show, and he's a old, like a middle-aged man in this one with a family.
Yeah.
And they just made that, so that tells you how old it is. Maybe 30, maybe 40 years.
Yeah.
40 years old.
I'm sure I've watched it.
Yeah.
In like passing, but I don't know.
Well, they used to put it on TNT. It used to be on replay on Christmas Eve all day.
What about Harry Potter?
What about it?
Is that like a Christmas thing for you?
Ooh, kind of.
It is sort of for me.
But I personally like H-Pots a lot, so I'm watching that throughout the year sometimes. I'm jamming all.
I know one channel used to put it on, like just 1 through 10 or whatever.
And I like that.
All the time.
And I like that. I don't know if it is kind of Christmassy.
Yeah.
It's not a Christmas movie, obviously.
The first one does have their actual Christmas and Halloween and stuff.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it. It has the scenes of Christmas, you know.
Right.
But I wouldn't call it a Christmas movie.
No,
but
it's not a Christmas movie, but
I am
I
one
feel
of
like
those.
it comes around more often.
Yeah, Harry Potter. I feel like I was the generation where Harry Potter just apexed. You know what I mean? Like I watched it when I was just a kid, the first movie, and then I grew up with it. It's a staple for me. But But I think one of my favorite Christmas movies, Jingle All the Way with Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Have you ever heard of him?
I mean, yeah, I've heard of Arnold, of course, but I haven't heard of the movie with him.
You haven't seen
Not the
that
Christmas
movie?
movie, no.
Dude, you got to watch that movie.
What's it called? I need a list of these, bro. After we're done with this.
Yeah.
Because I need some Christmas movies to watch.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
It's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious. His son wants a hot Christmas toy called the Turbo Man. It's an action figure.
Okay.
And he goes on this search. He's a business owner. Clearly, he's making like cold calls at the beginning of the movie, and he figures, "Hey, I'll get this doll at some point."
You know, that's weird because that's a theme in Christmas movies too. Like you have the busy businessman.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in Elf.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of chills out for Christmas and finds his family again, basically.
This one's a little different than that.
Yeah,
but yeah.
It does show like
hardworking paternal
right,
figure.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, he tries to find that doll, and he's like, I'll just go. I'll pick up the doll on the way home from work, And he didn't even know that it was like the hottest Christmas toy ever.
So he can't find
it
anywhere.
So he can't find it, and then he goes on this big search, and it takes him everywhere, and he's it's wild because of that, and ultimately it's a feel good story at the end, and that's a good one. I also like Tim Allen in The Santa Claus.
Yes, we watched that one.
The Santa Claus 1 and 2. Third, not really
What's the
interested
third one?
as much.
Which one has the
Frost?
Okay,
That's the third. I'm not as big on that one.
We watched the first one and the second one the other night.
Those are the best.
Yeah,
I think. I really like those.
But I remember when the third one came out, and it was a big deal.
Yeah. What's another one, man? What's another one I like? There's been some good new ones,
Really?
like Noel. You can stream it on Disney. I forget the actress's name, but she's really good. It's really good. That's like at the top of my list now, I think, and it's a new one actually. Just came out with a new one called Candy Cane Lane.
Yeah, you told me about that last time. We talked about it recently.
Yeah, with what's his name, man? Famous actor. What is this guy's name, dude? It's escaping me.
What does he look like?
He's black.
Eddie.
Yes, Eddie
Murphy?
Murphy. Yep. Eddie Murphy. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Noel, I think, is better.
It's like in theaters, kind of new.
Yeah, that one. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think it went to theater. It might be, but it's streaming. You don't have to
gotcha.
buy it.
Yeah.
What's another
some
good
other
one,
ones?
man? Oh, another more modern Christmas movie that I thought was really good was Christmas Chronicles. With what's that dude's name? What is that guy? He's a famous actor too, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
We
got Home Alone. We haven't talked about.
Yeah, of course, Home Alone. I mean, that's
Right.
a staple, Right. As far as classics go, Home Alone 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh, The Grinch.
The Grinch. Oh, The Grinch too.
With
Dude, this mask is cutting off circulation to my damn head. I can't remember anything. Jim Carrey.
Yes, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
That's one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Okay, do you like the Jim Carrey one or the animated one more?
I like the Jim Carrey one.
Me too.
But it's low on my list. I'm not
Really?
a big Grinch guy.
I pretty much go Elf, the that really animated one.
Rudolph the
then-
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, and then
Long
Grinch
name. Yeah.
with Jim Carrey.
I would have to go. Oh my gosh! And we missed one that's classic. Classic is Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. He is a little older. National Lampoons. You ever
Oh
heard
yeah,
of that?
yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I got you.
Oh god.
Yeah, I like
he's
that one.
hilarious. He's hilarious. That's a good one.
We just watched one the other night that I don't remember. It's with main character in Dodgeball. Have you ever watched Dodgeball?
Ben Stiller.
No, the other guy, the opposing team.
Oh yeah, he's a comedy guy. You would know him more. Vince Vaughn.
Yes, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
We just watched one the other night with him. I don't remember what it's called, but it was like the storyline is like it's this couple, and for Christmas,
not Fred Claus. 4 Christmases.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that one. Yeah,
I got these. I'm getting them, baby. I know what I'm talking about. All
Yeah, that
right.
one's
Yeah,
good.
that one is good. That one is good.
it's a little bit more mature, but it's still like funny.
Yeah.
It's not like the really dumb kind like Elf is.
Yeah.
But it's still
yeah.
goofy.
Yeah. Yeah. Elf is good. Man, you
That's-
watch them as I get older. Like those classics, I've watched them so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And like I still like them, but it's hard for me to pay attention. I think because I'm looking at my phone all the time, doing business, streaming, whatever it is. Like I feel like my attention span goes down a little bit, I don't have as much bandwidth to watch things that I've watched that many times.
Yeah. We just normally, like, whenever I get home or Grace gets home at night at the apartment, we'll just put on a Christmas movie and let it go.
Yeah, but
We're just, like, doing stuff around the
I
apartment.
do that too, but and that's ultimately what it becomes, but
Yeah.
it's not really there.
Right.
You know what I mean? I did pay attention to Violent Night the other day. It's a new one too. It just came out this year. Violent Night. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. It's a little weird.
Sounds kind of dark.
It is dark a little bit, but Santa's going on a spree.
What about, like, the horror movie Christmas, like Krampus and stuff?
We watched that last night, or
Really?
Shelley had it on last night. Yeah.
What do you think about those?
I mean, it doesn't really exactly give me the warm and fuzzies, you know.
But it is Christmas.
But I guess it's set in Christmas.
Yeah.
Another Christmas movie that no one thinks about is Gremlins. I don't know if you've ever thought about that.
I
That's
love
technically
Gremlins.
a Christmas
Yes.
movie, I guess. It's
That
not a-
we would watch that throughout the year, like all the time, just
Yeah.
because we liked it.
And then there's always the stupid things on social media, like whether or not that one Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
What?
Hey, you never seen that?
No.
Oh, it's like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's like this big debate. Every year I
never
see
seen that.
this. It doesn't matter. Okay? Like, I don't even like that show, really. But it doesn't really matter whether it is or isn't. So
Yeah.
these memes you see everywhere. Or I do.
All right, so we got Christmas movies. What else we got?
Yeah, I mean, we touched pretty much like lights. We talked about lights. We talked about Christmas, movies.
Talked about food, dessert.
Talked about food, dessert. You know, what is y'all's big Christmas thing? You know, traditions.
Yeah.
Is there any other traditions that we need to talk about? I mean, you know, for me, the food and the family time and the kicking back and really feeling like a kid again with my sibling. And my wife is kind of my tradition. Obviously, we go to church. Sometimes we
What
go
about
to midnight mass.
Oh, you know the Christmas concert I invited you to at the Bayou,
Yeah.
and you're going out of town.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they do a really cool thing over there. They have like this massive production. It's like a 2-hour long concert that they do.
Uh-huh.
And every single year they have like thousands and thousands of people go. They
Yeah.
put on like, you know,
Wow.
5 or 6 performances, and every single one it's packed. There's not a seat available.
Kind of like mega church style.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah.
And they do a bunch of different renditions of Christmas songs, and like, you know, they have all the drums, and it's like you're surrounded by the sound basically. So like normally they just have people on the stage doing music, right? Well, during the Christmas concert they have people in the aisle. They have people where the cameras would normally be. It's huge.
Yeah.
And
That
they
sounds
have
awesome.
the fake snow come down.
Oh, nice.
Dude, it's awesome. I
Nice.
love
That's
it. We go
awesome.
every single year.
Yeah, I need to see
That's why
that
I wanted
next
you to
year.
come. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a cool
Yeah,
experience.
I'll have to hit that next year.
Not even like, you know, whatever church you go to. You know,
Right.
if it's Roman Catholic.
It's more of like a
It's-
concert, really.
Yeah,
it
it's more
sounds
just like this is what our church does, basically.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll definitely need to hit that up next year.
Yeah.
I think we touched on everything. What do you think?
I think so.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
What about White Elephant? White Elephant. Do y'all do that, like Christmas games, present giving?
That's a good tradition. We didn't even talk about that. We don't do that. We just buy gifts for everyone.
Yeah.
Usually, you know, I don't have an enormous family, you know, like some people. But I've definitely done those, especially like in friend groups and
right.
stuff like that.
It's normally for like a bigger group, or like
yeah,
when you
it's
don't
like
know exactly what
impractical.
everybody wants, so you get things that
Like on-
everybody would like.
Like on The Office, dude. Do you remember The Office Christmas party? Or on one of those seasons? Dude. Hilarious, man. Michael Scott buys, like, there's like a dollar limit. It's like $25. And Michael
Okay.
Scott thinks he's a big shot. And he buys, I think it's an iPod, you know, which is like $400.
Right.
and like he gets it to get all this attention, and then they all keep stealing it back and forth, and he gets a bad gift like some oven mitts, and he throws a fit because it doesn't
Match what he did.
Yeah, it doesn't match up. It's like oven mitts. I bought an iPad. It's just oh my god, it's hilarious, man. That's
awesome.
funny. I need to watch that. But yeah, we don't do that much. We usually just exchange gifts. One of the traditions at the Killingsworth household, at least growing up, was we got to open one present on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah,
that's
a
pretty
thing.
interesting. I kind of, I think me and my sister kind of created that ourselves.
yeah.
That's one thing. Well, I don't want to talk about Santa as much. You know what I mean? You know, who knows who's listening. I don't want to spoiler alert anything, and I don't know what to say. I don't know how to get out of this.
What about decorations in the house? Like, what do y'all normally do? Like a wreath on the front door, like a ribbon.
Yeah, we usually go
Christmas tree topper. What do y'all do?
Angel. Usually, yeah.
Okay.
Because of God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We usually go as it depends on the year. Like most of the time, my parents will do an angel. I like the star more.
We actually, the star's cool. It's usually, I feel like star and angel is the biggest two. But we went with a gold crown one year.
Interesting.
Yeah, the gold brass crown. We got an angel up there too, you know, in there. You know, we did because of God.
Yeah.
We got to have an angel, man. It's about Jesus. But yeah, we did a crown one year. I think we still have that crown.
What was the theory behind the crown?
I think it just looked cool when we got it. You know, we bought it somewhere.
I got you.
It like clamps onto the top of the Christmas tree, and it's like just sits there.
Yeah,
It's not enormous. It's probably like yay big or so. But we do that. We got a nutcracker or two hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some brass reindeer. You know, some gold reindeer.
I like the reindeer in the yard.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
that.
Yeah, I like that too.
If you had like, if I could, drop hundreds and hundreds on it, I'd get every reindeer you'd have.
Yeah.
And then Santa and his sleigh behind it.
Yeah, straight up full
cool.
set, full regalia.
Right.
I would do, if I had it, I would do a nativity scene that was legit.
Yeah.
Life size.
There was one at the that house that did all the crazy lights.
Yeah,
they had a nativity scene there.
I don't think I even have enough room in my yard right now, but yeah, I want to do a full straight up, and I want to grow a Christmas tree in my front yard, and then when it comes along, decorate that bad boy.
One of the people in that neighborhood, they took a magnolia tree, trimmed it, and turned it into a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's something you could like actually grow through the years.
That's interesting. Yeah,
like Christmas tree.
The trees that they do at Grant's Christmas tree farm, they sell them in pots, and you can actually put them in your yard. I haven't done that, but
yeah.
But when I get to, I don't think I'm going to stay in my house forever, the one that I'm in now, obviously. So, but once I plant my roots down, I'm going to have a massive tree out there, dude.
You have a Christmas tree farm?
Yeah, that
in the front
angel,
yard?
Yeah, that's what I would like, man. I love it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how we do it.
That's all I can think about as far as Christmas goes.
Well, I think we touched on a lot of subjects. Hopefully,
got an hour.
hopefully you guys got a lot of information out of that. Those are nuggets of gold as far as Christmas goes.
Yeah, we want to know what you think, what you do
for all
this stuff too. Because
you're going to see some clips and stuff like this. Like, I want to know what you guys do for Christmas. Everybody does it different. I'm sure that people in the South do it different than the people in the North.
yeah.
Obviously, we're eating a lot better food, but what do y'all do up there? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, let us know. I mean, Christmas is, in my opinion, all these things are funny and good and a good time, but it's about family. It's about spending time with your family, kind of pressing pause, understanding the reason for the season, and focusing on what really matters. Because at the end of the day, your bank account, your business is going to go up, down, sideways, but you only have one family. You only have one set of parents, if you're lucky enough to have them, right? Like, these are the things that you got to be grateful for around the season.
Yeah.
So, But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you thought
Thanks for
this was
watching, if you
entertaining.
did.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and it'll be a little bit more toned down.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
we'll come back next year and
Yeah,
throw
go
these
even harder.
throw these suits on again and just make it a real Christmas one, you know. But thank you guys for listening. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
All right,
Bye, guys.
thanks, guys.
Bye.
Life is one big head game. And once you learn to play the motherfucking head game, it's no longer a game anymore at all. You start living your life.